Hey everyone! Today we're diving into something I think you're gonna love, Canva's video editor. It's this fantastic, free, and honestly super easy tool that lets you bring your video ideas to life, all without the usual headache of complicated, expensive software. So let's get right into it.
Here's the game plan. We're going to walk through 6 simple parts. We'll start with why Canva is such a game changer. Then we'll set up a project, get the hang of the basic edits, add some professional-looking visuals and sound, and finally, get that finished masterpiece out into the world.
First up, editing made easy. Before we get into the nuts and bolts of how to do everything, let's just quickly talk about why Canva is such an amazing alternative, especially if you're feeling new to all this.
So let me guess. You've probably thought that video editing has to be this super complicated, crazy expensive thing, right? Like you need a powerful computer and a degree to figure it out. Yeah, you are not alone in thinking that, but we're about to bust that myth.
And this slide, it really says it all. On one side, you've got that traditional software, the steep learning curve, the cost, the 1,000 buttons you'll never use. And on the other side, Canva just completely flips the script. It's intuitive, it's free to get started, and it's all based on simple drag and drop.
And you know what the best part is? You almost certainly have everything you need to start like right now. All it takes is a free Canva account, your video clips, and pretty much any modern web browser. That's it!
All right, that's enough of the why. Let's roll up our sleeves and actually do this thing. We're moving into section 2, where we set up our project. This is where we create our canvas and bring in all our clips.
Getting started is really just a simple 3-step dance. First, you hit Create a Design and pick your size. Like 1920 by 1080, which is perfect for YouTube. Next, you upload your video files. You can even record yourself with your webcam right inside of Canva. And finally, you just click on your video and bam, it pops right into the editing timeline at the bottom.
Okay, now we're getting to the heart of it all. This is where the magic of editing happens. But don't worry, it's not scary. In Canva, it really just boils down to 2 fundamental moves, trimming and splitting. This is how you start to shape your story.
So first up is trimming. The easiest way to think about this is you're just cleaning up the edges of your clips. You know that awkward second before you start talking, or that little bit of silence at the end? You just grab the edge of the clip in the timeline and drag it in. It's seriously that easy.
But what if you mess up right in the middle of a perfect take? We've all been there. Well, that's where splitting comes in. Splitting is like using a pair of digital scissors. It lets you slice your clip so you can cut out any weird pauses or if you flubbed a line right in the center.
And here's how ridiculously fast it is. You just move your cursor to where the mistake starts and press the S key on your keyboard. Then you move to the end of the mistake, press S again. Now you've got that little bad part isolated. Just click on it and hit delete. Poof, gone.
Okay, you've cleaned up your main story, which is awesome. Now it's time to add some extra layers to keep your viewers totally hooked. This is all about adding that visual polish.
And you can do all sorts of things here. You can easily overlay other video clips, which we call B-roll, to show people what you're talking about. You could also drop in photos or cool graphics from Canva's library, or even put some animated text on the screen to really drive a point home.
Now, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. A lot of beginners reach for those flashy, spinning transitions between clips. But let me show you a much more modern and professional trick you can do in literally seconds.
The idea is so simple, but so effective. When you have 2 clips of yourself talking back to back, instead of a weird transition, just zoom in a little bit on the second clip. It creates this cool, dynamic jump cut effect that adds energy and just looks really polished.
To pull this off, all you do is split your clip, just like we learned. Then select that second piece and double-click it. This lets you crop and resize. You just scale it up a little, and then this is the key. Move it around so your eyes are in roughly the same spot on the screen. It makes the jump feel super smooth and intentional.
All right, our video's looking really sharp. Now let's make it sound great. This is where we add the final layers, the audio, the effects, all the stuff that really makes it shine.
When it comes to background music, you've basically got 2 choices. Canva has a pretty good built-in library, but you got to be careful and check the licenses to make sure you can use it for your project. Honestly, for total control and peace of mind, I really recommend using a royalty-free music site and just uploading your own track.
Now let's talk about some of Canva's superpowers. I'm not kidding. A lot of these are driven by AI, and they can give you incredible results with just a single click.
So if you happen to have Canva Pro, you get access to their Magic Studio tools, and they really do feel like magic. With one click, you can completely remove the background from your video. Or you can use Enhance Voice to automatically make your audio sound crisp and professional. You can even have it watch a long video and automatically create short, shareable clips for you. It's pretty wild.
This little table gives you a great overview. Now, everyone on the free plan can still do a ton. You can change colors, add filters, create slow motion effects. But those really powerful AI tools like the background remover and Enhance Voice, those are part of the Pro plan. The big takeaway here is you can make an amazing video for free, but there are some serious time savers waiting for you if you ever decide to upgrade.
And just like that, you've done it. You've edited your clips, you've added the cool visuals, you've perfected the sound. You're at the finish line. All that's left is to get this video out of Canva and onto your computer.
And trust me, Canva makes this last step an absolute breeze. You're just going to head up to that share button in the top right corner, click download, and make sure it's set to MP4, which it usually is. You click download one last time, and your finished video starts saving right to your computer. Easy peasy.
So there you have it. That's the whole workflow. From a completely blank canvas to a polished, finished video. The tools are there, they're free, they're intuitive, and they are waiting for you. The only real question left is, what story are you going to tell first?